Hello, lovely people. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. And as you can see, I am joined today by two fantastic people. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves very quickly. Ladies, over to you.
So I'm Anita. I'm Sandra. And
what do you do? And they're sisters.
We're sisters.
It's giving, I'm Kunta, I'm Tinka, and we are the
I'm Gunther.
And I'm Tinka.
And we are
everrr.
You guys did not watch Disney Channel growing up.
We did, but it was all in Italian.
So
what
Oh!
we don't know equivalent.
Fun fact, they are Italian. Italiano girls. Lovely. We're going to talk about more about that, but so what do you do, Anita?
So right now I am a paralegal and a legal consultant, but I soon will start my career as a barrister.
Oh, sweet, lovely. Congratulations. Oh, yeah, what do you do, Sandra?
My background is that I'm a physician associate. Currently I'm working as a communication skills facilitator trainer.
What does that look like? What's your day-to-day like?
Oh, it varies. There's some days where I deliver courses. Other days to doctors, nurses, pharmacists, healthcare professionals in general. It's not always NHS basically, but it's healthcare sector. And
that sounds very interesting.
Oh yeah.
What did you study in uni to do that?
It's just life brought me here. It wasn't. I didn't even think there was a role like that before. But I studied medical physiology as my undergrad.
Okay.
Then I did that was 3 years. Then 2 years physician associate studies. That's to qualify as a physician associate. Then I worked in general practice for 3 years and a bit. But it's interesting. We do some consulting as well. Yeah, it's interesting.
Lovely. So what do you get up to when you're not working?
Well, we have a business.
Oh yes, tell us about that.
So it's called Veronica Skincare, and what we do is essentially make it easy for people who are in the UK who have gotten used to using specific brands, especially like the major ones in Ghana and Nigeria, and just making it easy for them to continue using those brands, especially because we know that as Nigerians and West Africans were quite loyal to very good body care and skincare.
Absolutely.
So we just wanted to make the process easier. And I think it was all born from the fact that I was using these things when I was in uni. I don't know why, thinking back now, because I was importing stuff from Nigeria just for skincare.
Imagine.
But it's that good.
Yeah. So if people wanted to reach you, what's your social media handles?
Okay, so for business is Veronica Skincare, altogether, Instagram.
DERANIKA
Skincare.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. So please follow them on their business page. Make sure that you patronize them. If you're in the UK,
if you don't want to be
ashy. Say no to ashy in 2025. No, that's diabolical.
Even if you have a husband or a boyfriend and their beard is strong,
it's not. It's not.
It's crispy.
It's like sandpaper. Iron sponge. Then you need to work on that.
Come on,
it's 2025, girls, guys.
Oil as well.
Yeah. So if you have African descent, you know what to do.
Everyone as well.
Yeah. Everyone actually. Yeah, because I've seen that you.
Everyone.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I know some people. There's some non-Africans love to use our sponges. Shea butter.
And the same way, Korean skincare is now
universal.
Yeah, African skincare,
A beauty to the world.
It would be nice someday to kind of go into booths and see actually
just experience.
That works for you because. Yeah, it's
try stuff out.
Yeah, I've tried everything, and then especially when it gets very warm, you apply the body lotion, and by the time you know it, it's just gone. Yeah,
and then during winter where it's extremely dry, it's not moisturized.
It's not nice.
Yes,
I almost have a phobia for ashy
skin.
It just irritates me.
Yeah.
So I think that's now as I'm talking, I'm trying to make sense of why I was spending so much.
Look, Look at you. It paid off. If maybe I was seeing the result and I'm like, my sister, why? No, but I'm looking at you and I get why. I guess why. Your skin is actually flawless. I know you always look so. Every time I see her on Sundays, she's like, delicious. How do you say delicious in Italian? Delicioso. Is that Mexican?
Yeah, for people.
Delicioso. Bellissima. But anyways, lovely to have you on the podcast today. Before we go into everything, I'm just going to ask you how your weekend was. Anything exciting happen?
Saturday was quite packed. We had a business meeting, and then Saturday's mainly like admin and stuff. So we're just trying to plan for the week and upcoming events and just upcoming things for the business.
That's so good.
I serve in church,
Mm-hmm.
and that comes with pre-service meetings. So there's that as well, kind of like planning, because I'm in the children's department, so we need to plan out every lesson.
Okay.
So I had to look into that as well. And then I got my hair done on Saturday. Yeah,
It's gorgeous. Like, I just can't stop at night.
It makes me feel like these locks that
And your locks are really. I was gonna say that you have such neat and beautiful locks.
Thank you.
Like when I saw it from the back, I said, "Hey, this must really take you a lot of time."
Shout out to my lactation.
Shout out to you, girl or guy, whoever you are. You're doing a great job. But yeah, really, it looks really good.
Thank you.
So what did you get up to?
So yeah, we had the meeting, and then I wanted to, because there was supposedly a heat wave. So
pause. Isn't it? You didn't feel hot?
No. No. They were like the one where it's warm, but then the sun is not shining.
You're lying.
No, it wasn't.
It was hot.
Go to
Oh my god.
In Lisbon. It's called Lisbon St. Anne's. It's basically near the coast, and it's like a nice beach. That's where I wanted to go. But
where's that?
I think it's an hour from here, and maybe north Liverpool, like 45 minutes north to Liverpool or so.
Oh, interesting.
Around, it's not too far. But yeah, it started raining a bit, and then it stopped, and then it started.
Well, that day wasn't really heat wave.
This island. So I ended up going to like a park.
I'm glad that you had a good weekend. What did I do this weekend? Saturday was my husband's birthday. Happy birthday, babe. Say thank you now. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I made you feel nice, right? Wink. But yeah, it was my husband's birthday, and then my mom, he dropped my mom off at so she's part of this seniors group or like club, or I don't know what to call it, but let's just say seniors club.
Yeah.
And they meet once a week, but then they had this Africa Day thing in town in Boston.
Yeah.
So she went for that, and I was home with Gerald. I wanted to make puff puff for my husband, but I couldn't make the puff puff because I was busy momming. But it's one of those things. I'll make it another day, shall. What else did I do? I think that's about it. Then I prepared for Sunday. Then Sunday came, went to church, taught membership school.
This just reminded me that you and your husband taught me membership class.
Oh,
yeah.
Cute. So were we already friends then? I don't think so. I don't remember teaching you. Oh, is that when you realize you love me?
Yeah, like
like, I like her. I'm going to make her my friend. I love that. How was I?
Oh no, you two are very good teachers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Babe.
Woo! Different styles.
Yeah.
I think you're more example, straight to the point, authoritative. I is calmer, but again, very straight to the point, and make sure that you understand what he's on about. So yeah.
So I'm a no-nonsense girl.
Yeah.
See me thinking that I come in and I'm like, oh guys, let's have a great time. Anyway, of course, it's not every day I have Italianos. Right?
Yeah, right.
On my podcast. So you're going to tell me what it was like growing up in Italy as two Nigerian girlies. But first, you're going to start off by singing a popular Italian nursery rhyme. What was your favorite?
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, go!
Piove, piove, viene il sole, la Madonna raccoglie un fiore,
Nora coglie per Gesù e viva.
What does that mean? Translates.
So it's a song that children sing when it rains. And it essentially says it's raining, but then the song comes out. And then obviously everybody's, or most people are Catholic in Italy. So the next bit says Mary as Jesus for me.
Yeah.
Picks flowers. She's picking them for Jesus.
Oh.
And then it says, like, we're happy. It's not raining anymore.
That's
it
so
doesn't
interesting.
There's a lot of things put together. It doesn't really make much sense. But that's what you think when it rains as a child.
That's so cool. I like it. Pure, what do you call it? Piove, something, lovely. Thank you for teaching us that lovely rhyme. I want to hear about your relationship as sisters. Mm-hmm. Now, as you know, I'm an only girl. I don't have a sister, a blood sister, but I've got sisters by choice, right? And it's been interesting building those bonds. But I want to hear what it's been like you growing up together. How has your relationship evolved from where you used to be to where you are now? Mm-hmm. I feel like Sandra, you're a troublemaker. But you're away, you know. Do you know that? Because Sandra has this, very serious kind of, I'm a serious babe, but she's like very funny at the same time. Anita now has this very, oh my God, I don't want to offend anybody type of vibe. So how was that like growing up? Because you have two different personalities.
I mean, I can say I wasn't the stubborn one.
He was. She was. I see how put together she was.
Anita was with your man.
Oh goodness.
It was something.
Were you always close?
To start answering.
Okay. I would say that we started off very close. Mm-hmm. Especially from my perspective, because she was all I knew. Like I was born and she was there already. So, and then obviously it's a blessing that we're so close in age. We're just 1 year apart.
Okay.
So most of like life milestones, I was just literally following closely behind her. Mm-hmm. And I think it was nice because she's very transparent and open, even as a child. Yeah. So it's like whatever she was experiencing for the first time, I would have a sort of like a template for, because she'd tell me everything about it. So I would say we started very, very close, because also it helped that we were always in the same room.
Yeah, we had this. Yeah, we
always shared a room.
Yeah, we always.
And so it was nice being children, but I do admit that was a bit of a menace. So I was, when they say, the younger sister that you need to be scared of, it was me.
Wow.
And I remember that, in nursery school, like whenever anyone was looking for a trouble, I'd show up like,
I can't believe it.
Yeah. I was the crybaby.
Yeah, she was like soft. Like things that we should cry. Me, I was a lot. But then I think so. Yeah, childhood was we're very close. We did everything together, played together, just everything together. And then it was in like during like teenagehood that we started drifting apart.
No, but I think it was because then our personality started to change.
Yeah,
I am more of an outdoorsy person, and I'm a people person as well. Yeah. So in my teen years, then that's when I started having like a group of friends, female friends, but also it was like it's because I was still friends, so it's a mixed group. A mixed group. Yeah. So if I'm not going out with my female friends, we're all going out together, and then it's like the cinema or this or that. Was Anita was more of a stay at home, read a book.
I think I became during my teenage years is when I started becoming quieter, and just more introverted.
More introverted.
So my own was, as long as I've got a good novel and I've got the Sims to play, I'm all right.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, so I think that's what kind of like, because from my point of view, I didn't get it, because it's like, how are you always home? Yeah. And then for us, because I'm the firstborn, it was also trying to get my parents to allow me to actually go out. And it just felt like I was fighting the war by myself.
Yeah.
They were like, why do you need to go out when Anita is in the room, like when she's in our room reading or reading? Like, why can't you just? I'm like, that's not normal. Why is she 14 and she doesn't want to go out? So I think
did that cause any bit of like strife at any point? Like, were you annoyed at her?
I think there were bits of resentment because I feel like I would help in the way I could. So say she's gone out and there's a curfew.
Oh yeah.
Which to us didn't make any sense because we grew up in a very, very sheltered and sort of like safe place.
Yeah.
So even if you come home at 11 midnight, everybody knows you. Like there's no danger out there.
Yeah.
So
wow, that must be so nice. I wonder what that's like.
But you're saying our heads is like we don't understand what they're scared of. Yeah. So obviously, if she went past the curfew, my own was to just facilitate her coming in without nobody noticing and things like that. But yeah, so me, obviously I thought I was playing my part, but in hindsight, I can see that there were times where she would like express being frustrated because she's like, if you actually express the need or the want to go out, it will be easier for me.
Yeah, it's true.
But I think that's the time where.
So at what point did it then reverse to like what you have now?
When we moved,
but I think even in that we still had moments. We still had pockets of moments where, like, because again we always share the room. Like at night we just gist and gossip or whatever. And then we also used to play basketball together. So that there was that as well. So we did have pockets, but at the same time we were very different in the way we kind of like navigated our teen years. And then we moved. So when we moved, they moved because basically my mom came to the UK first to get a job and everything, and then after 6 months she came back to Italy, and then we all followed. But then when we were going to like look at schools, I was at the point where in Italy I was about to start my last year of what they call high school. Whilst here, what they were saying is that I would have been in the same set as Anita. And at the time, I wanted to study medicine. And in general, I've just been a very staged person. Like, I don't like to wait. I don't like to delay things. I'm just, let's get it done with. So my mom and my dad was like, oh yeah, you would be in the same set as Anita. It's like, I didn't do anything wrong. I thought you guys said that coming to the UK, it was going to be about, the progress of the family and here we are. And you're saying
you should go back.
So I was like, no, it's just 1 year left. So if it's 1 year left, if it's possible for me to go back and finish it, then I'll come here and start uni. So because my dad was still working in Italy, I could go back. So I did the year with my dad, and then the rest of them, so Anita and our younger brothers and my mom were here. So, but funny enough, I think that's when
that's when we became close.
So like a long distance closeness started, and then you came. But to be fair, what do they say about distance and the hearts growing fonder? That's what happened. And it's interesting with sibling relationship. I love the fact that you said that your relationship actually started off with you being really close, because I've heard stories, and obviously not everyone, but like not all the cases, but I've seen cases where sisters or like siblings start off really disliking each other. I think that's probably the relationship I had with my brothers. Like as a child, I was like, no, generally I did not like boys. I did not like men. I was a young angry feminist. Like now I'm cool. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know who I was at the time. I genuinely did not like men. And so my brothers were men or boys, and I'm like, even though they were not necessarily doing the things that I really, really disliked, it was just like, I don't know what's going on with me at that time. And I think that was probably my preteens. I was still young, but like we grew older. That's when we started getting closer. In fact, I remember one time where it felt like my brother and I had a moment. And so I remember he snapped at me because I was like, I was resting my arm on the, I think call it the glove box here, and I think because he's really tall, so he like needs as much space as he needs to drive, and he was already really hot and frustrated that day, and he just started at me. He was like, "Please, can you remove your hand from this place?" And I'm like, "Why are they shout for me now? Like, why you could just ask nicely." But in that moment, I started therapy, and they just told. One thing I learned in therapy was that sometimes it's not about you; people are dealing with their own things. So when someone makes you feel a certain way, take a step back and say, "Oh, they're probably having a bad day." Especially when you know that this is someone that actually cares about you and everything. So I just said, Normally I would have said, what do you mean? I would have given him. Do you get? I think I'm having Anita growing up, like 100%. Don't play with me. So why are you talking to me like that? So I said, I decided not to react. I was like, let me try out what I've learned from therapy today. And I just said, I'm sorry about that. And I removed my hand. I kept moving. My brother was so humbled by that. I was shocked to see that reaction. He just felt like, we just had a very mature moment. Like, wow, we're actually growing up. And he was like, I'm so sorry for talking to you like that. I'm just so tired and frustrated. And it's like, this whole day is just, and I was like, I was about to cry. I was like, oh my goodness. First of all, the vulnerability. Because if I snapped at him, he would have just gone back and forth. I was like, you know what? Maybe he's actually really stressed out. Like, he's the one having to drive. The weather is very hot. He's having to like deal with the bad roads and the annoying keke people and everything on the road. If anybody should be frustrated here, it's the driver. So I was like, fair enough, sorry about that. And he was like apologizing and he's really sorry for speaking to me that way. And it was just really nice. So that's kind of how our relationship evolved. Anyway, are there any stereotypes generally that you've probably heard of about sister relationships that you both, one, did not experience, or two, probably did experience, and how you were able to kind of help the situation? I know I've heard of competition. What was I trying to really complicate it? I think mostly just competition. Do any of you do you guys share things a lot, or do you always had your own thing? The way she's giving you the side eye.
I don't think it's I think of recent, I would say in the last couple of years, it's become more of a two-way system. But what we're used to is Sandra is like, my wardrobe is her shop. So whatever she likes, she just comes and picks. And I think it used to cause a bit of friction because I'm someone who likes to know that I've kept something somewhere and that's where I'll find it. So the moment you come and take something and maybe you forget to put it back and so it's in your room, or you put it in a different place and I'm looking for it, I feel like that destabilizes me a little bit. So I think that's where friction used to come in. Like, okay, first of all, you're stealing my clothes. Second of all,
stealing though.
I mean,
what is it borrowing?
Borrowing. And then secondly, like, I'm not finding them where I kept them. So yeah. But now I'm used to now it's a thing where if I see that she's used something, it happens like all the time where she comes in and I'm like, oh, nice outfit. Actually, it happened yesterday. Oh, nice outfit. And then
you realize that's yours.
But then like now I'm a lot more used to it. So I guess the stereotype is, just like the friction around sharing your thing. But I guess dealing with it, I think at some point, I guess it becomes habit, so you get used to it. And habit on both sides. I'm not saying habit only on your side. I'm saying also habit on my side, where it's like there's an expectation that my clothes will be taken. Which is good. And in a way, I was about to say
that. Of love too.
That's what I was about to say. That I've kind of like changed my perspective on it.
That's so good.
And I'm just training myself to see it as that's how she shows me love. Because again, her taking my stuff really encourages interaction. Laughing and gisting about it. So
and that's vulnerability there. Like you're allowing yourself, so something that originally makes you uncomfortable, you're allowing this person to dance around those boundaries to the point that you've let your guard down, and that's love, that's safety. I think that's really important. So yeah, please, if you're listening and you're still getting pissed off that your sister is taking your clothes, maybe you need to be like Anita and actually have it. Because honestly, like, mindset is everything. The moment you move from she's inconveniencing me to this is my sister's personality and that's how she shows me love. And I love that I'm able to even share my things with her. I love that I'm able to, and I love that she considers my style nice enough. You know, like you said, that also encourages interaction, because imagine if she just goes to her closet, picks her own outfit in the morning, she's like, oh, bye, you guys are off. That thing that brings her to your room, what you see in the morning or in the evening and laugh about something.
I think it's also because, as me on the other and I'm more of a take it, So I think it's interesting for both, because then for me it's like she will come and ask me, and then I'm like take, and I'm in my head I'm thinking why is she asking me, just take it and go.
Well, she's more like you ask her first.
So for me it's learning how to actually ask, and then for her it's learning that it's fine. It's not that deep. It used to cause friction in the past, but I think now it's just a dynamic that.
That's just the way relationship
that's just.
So you now you've learned how to speak in each other's languages. Like you still ask her, and then you still ask her anyway, because that's what she.
Sometimes when
but you then understand how the other person shows love anyway. You know that she wouldn't mind if she took stuff from you, so you're okay to just go and pick things up. And she's already probably used to the question, so it's not like a thing of but don't ask me, just take. But okay, when you do ask, I'll answer you. I wouldn't be so worked up about that. It's so interesting, you know.
I think the shift for me happened when I don't know, one day I randomly thought about it, and I was just like, in a scenario where we didn't live together, I would miss this. I would miss this. So
it's something to appreciate.
Still time.
You still have some time together. Enjoy it. Oh, that's actually so good. That's really nice, and I can't relate. My mom, I used to take my mom's things sometimes. Like, I remember when she was going out on Saturday, she was like, you bring your perfume. I said, no, that's where's your own perfume? She was like, don't do that now. Don't be like that now. You want to shame me. And I realized that, wow, this one actually puts up with me constantly taking her things. I used her perfumes. I took her bags. Sometimes I wore her top. She's bigger than me, but then I'll just find it like maybe be very fashionable with it, wear her outfits and wear her slippers or her shoes, the ones that could fit me. Do you get? And she's always happy to let it go. I was like, for me, my sister, when I went to uni, that's when I realized that some people don't understand the concept of boundaries. And I'm an only girl, like, no one takes my things. My house, my brothers have their, even down to food. My brothers have their own, I have my own, so there's never really a need for me to share anything with anybody. And if you beg me, which is once in a while, I can say yes, but it's like, why are you begging me? You have yours. So it's like, you have enough, I have enough. And so that dynamic didn't really exist for me. So the humility that happened, my sister, when I went to uni, first of all, the girls then, I'm really, very private, because I'm not used to doing all that. People just come and they're changing. I see, when I found out that there are bath stalls, I said, hey, what do you mean? I'm like, oh my God, this girl is my sister, you're naked. It was such a shock for me. And like, I saw sisters leave, and you can see the ones that have had sisters, or the ones that went to boarding schools. And I'm not used to that, so it was just so strange for me. I was like, wow, so maybe this is what I'm missing out on. I remember there was this time in uni, I was struggling with my top. Now I'm used to zipping my own dress, because I'm the only girl, you get, and sometimes mom is probably cooking or something, so I have to dress myself up and do everything. So even if I have to spend 2 hours trying to struggle and zip up my dress or something, I will stay there until it zips up. And I already mastered the skill. I remember one day I was really struggling, and everyone was in the room like, you can just ask for help, right? I was like, oh, I actually could, because like you're here and I could do that. So yeah, I mean, sometimes I feel like it would have been really lovely to have a sister. No, honestly, but thank God, God has really gifted me with like a huge community of female friends, and I was able to experience some bits of sisterhood, especially when I lived in Birmingham. With uni, not so much because my friendships were nice, but like I don't think I had any deep, connection like that. Let's circle back to the fact that you're business owners and you do business together. You live, your sisters, you live together and you do business together. How have you been able to balance all that? Because, I mean, some people have had negative experiences with close friends or family members going into business together, and your business is relatively new anyway. But like, so far, how has that been? How are you able to balance all the responsibilities?
I think for me, like the fact that people say, I think I had it once. I don't know who said it, but I had it once where someone was like, "Oh, how can you have a business with your sister?" Or someone else was like, I think me and one of my friends were talking about having a business together, and they're like, "Oh no, everybody knows that you can't create anything in terms of like business with friends because then that friendship then
they'll be fictional."
But I think at the time when I had that discussion, I said that there is no one that I trust more. Obviously, there are people that I trust, but I trust Anita with things. And also, for me, I need to be able to be direct. I need to be able to say what is in my mind. I need to be able to, if things are not working, I need to be able to say it. Whilst if it was a friend or if it was someone else that is not a friend but it's just a business partner, maybe that would be easy because there's not that the relationship is just purely transactional and business based. But then if it was a friend, you're just also very mindful of how they perceive me. Would they think that I'm trying to overpower them? Would they think that I'm trying to take over? Do they think that undermining them? Which whilst I feel like with Anita, also the way we think is very similar, and I think that's what makes our relationship very easy for me because I can think something and they're thinking the same exact thing, whether it's something very stupid or something sensible, but we are always on the same page on things. And then I can only expect her to come with a better idea of what I'm already thinking, with a better development of whatever I'm thinking. So I think for that there's not been a problem. Because even if I was to go back, I wouldn't do it alone, and I wouldn't choose anyone else to do it with. Yeah, and also because it was something that came from her, and it was just a thing like, let's be those girls or women that actually do what they say they want to do. Because it was an idea that was playing in Anita's mind, and she said it out loud 3 times, and then at the third time I was like, let's just try, let's just do it. In terms of that, I think it's easy because I can be myself. She knows who I am, and because she knows who I am, she knows what I expect of her and how to play in the role of the business situation. But I'm not going to come here and say, "Oh, everything is rosy." It comes with these challenges because we're two different people, and then we have 2 very different styles of doing things and seeing things. So, I think in terms of challenges, it's been the fact that even if we are very close in age, I'm still the older sister, and Anita still sees me as the older sister. So, but then me, when I'm in a business, I want to see the person that I'm in a business with as my equal. So sometimes it's just difficult to let Anita know, I want you to I want to know what you're thinking. I want you to take action. I want you to do something. You can even think about something or doing something without you telling me, because I trust your judgment, and I trust your judgment, and I trust that you take a decision that it's in everyone's best interest. But I think to be fair, I see it because also I think I was talking to my colleague today, and I was telling her that it's interesting when you're the first daughter or you're the first child because you never have someone older than you. And I can see to the rest of my siblings sometimes they're like, is that me? I mean, for me it's nice because I think apart from Anita, we all the followers. We have very we have a close relationship. So it's nice to see that obviously they trust me and but then in the business sometimes they say I need to say like please help me. But I'm like, no, you have to do it. You can do it yourself. Like, why are you asking me and things like that? So I think that's what it's been interesting to navigate.
Yeah, I think I echo that, I would say, because from my perspective, it's that it's coming out of, because again, like we've always been very close, but then at the same time, you know, I don't think we use the term because again, we grew up in Italy and everything, but she's very much my Adani, she's very much my elder sister. And so, yeah, like I just remember the last meeting that we had where I wanted to send the email. It made sense, so, and you know, it was right. And in the context of, for example, work, it's something that I've just said.
Yeah, that's your yeah.
But I don't know, I guess because again, she's my elder sister, and because in my mind, I'm not doing this thing alone. So I want everybody to be on the same page in terms of everything. I want you to have seen what has gone out. So I was just like, oh, you know, please check this for me. Are you happy with it? And she's like, I think I'll just send it. I was just like, no, you need to check it before it goes out. And there's a lot of that. Like I can see how like sometimes she's frustrated because she's just like, because in terms of her personality as well, she's very much go. She's a go-getter. She's very impulsive as well. Whereas with me, it's not
like I want to dot all the I's and cross all the T's.
Yeah, I'm a perfectionist. Yeah. So I need to sit there and actually be happy with whatever I'm putting out. I feel like it's not different for her, but in content, in the way we approach content, you can see it because Fire is like, oh, this is done, it's cute, let's send it out. Yeah. For me, I'm pondering, the angle. Yeah, I'm just and obviously
that must be really interesting. Like I'm trying to imagine how it feels.
But I think it's a good balance because then there's some content that we put out that actually needs
that's scrutiny.
Look at the little things. So, that's scrutiny, as you said. But then other content that is just, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter if there's like a bit of the couch that is showing. It doesn't matter. Because also for me, I'm thinking if we kind of like stop every time to think about what we're putting out and how it looks like, if it's perfect or not, we're never going to post. But at the same time, there has to be a level of checking things out just to make sure that it's appropriate and we are kind of like protecting ourselves and things like that. Yeah.
But yeah, I think in a way that's our strength, the fact that we're so different.
Yeah.
Because
it is.
With deals, for example, or with approaching brands and things, I think it's always very funny when we're discussing it because she's like, oh, this brand, you know, we can do this, let's just go. And I'm the one that goes, perfect idea. You know, we're on the same page about this. Obviously, I want this to happen as well, but we need to sit back. Can we afford to do this now? Can we? So I think it's a good balance.
Yeah. It's a bit of audacity, but also calm down.
Like someone who, exactly.
And it's not a calm down. Every month I'm like, let's do this. And the week I'm just like, no money.
But that's the thing. Like I feel like it's calm down from a place of we can do this.
Yeah.
But it's just we need to be strategic about how we go about it. And then I think it's very instrumental to have someone that can dream big.
Yes.
Yeah. Because she dreams very, very big. Even the business, like yes, it's a random idea that I had in the shower one day. Because my product was like, I think it was shea butter. Yeah. I had the shower, it was running out, and I thought to myself, if there was a marketplace where I could just get it without having to pay £50 of like shipping, why can't we have that? And then I jokingly said I would do it so that I can have it for myself and share with others. That's like it was literally like a jokey sort of like talk in my head.
And she ran with it.
Because again, you need people around you that can dream big.
Yeah. So important. And you know what's interesting? Like I'm hearing you guys and I'm thinking of the relationship I have with my husband. He's the dreamer, he's the go-getter, he's like, you want it, let's do it. Don't even like my husband has an idea and he's like,
let's go.
So I'm always the one that, okay, you know what? Let me see, okay, can I do this, can I do that? And I'm really learning to be more like him at the same time, still also be someone who sits down to plan. He plans, but he plans quickly. No time to waste. If you have an idea, it's time bound. Someone else to do all your things. You're not the only one getting it.
Same.
Can I just say 50 pounds? So you were spending on shipping fee. In fact, babe, can we start shipping business? Yeah. It's coming. So that Anita can be giving us a 50 pounds. No, when you say, when you're rich, that's how we're uni. Yeah.
But in a way, Anita's always been the person with money. I remember there was a time we came to.
So you were the co-saver? No, you're the co-saver.
No, because
it's just that she has money.
Sandra has systems around money. Like this goes here, this goes here, this goes there. Me, it's just vibes, really.
That's probably why.
But I always have. I think I was telling someone one time that if there's one testimony that has been consistent in my life, is that when it comes to money, no matter the situation, I always have. I always have, and you can't really explain because it was. How old were you?
You also be because you're quite careful.
I think when she was younger, whilst I was more like, it's because I remember when we went to London, like we came to London
the example.
And then I think that summer they're giving up. They give you money, you just put it aside. But then I think at that point, I had not even thought about the fact that I may want to buy something in London. And also, I'm like, we're going with our mom, like
living in the moment.
Sorry, she'll give us something. No. Anyway, so we got to London and we went to Primark, and at that point, that was 2014.
Yeah,
or
2013. Yeah.
So Primark was like the new thing. Primark wasn't in Italy. So everyone that was traveling to the UK was coming back with Primark stuff, so they would know that was from the UK and stuff. So Anita had already planned all of the things that she wanted to buy.
It wasn't even Primark. It was, again, same thread. We didn't have hair products.
Oh, yeah, it was hair products, as well.
We didn't have anything like body care, hair care. We didn't have.
Wow.
So at that time, I used to like watch a lot of like YouTube videos about natural hair, how to take care of it. So my own was, once my foot touches London like this, I'm gonna. So I had in mind what shea moisture product to buy, Africa's best, like everything. And so I had just planned out that I'm going to go there and get those things.
She's talked so. I was just there like,
we're using her stuff then.
Yeah. But even the products that we have, tried and tested.
So I think the nice thing about our brand is that everything we sell, we've tried ourselves and we like.
I didn't. She would order out, right?
No, definitely. I know who's doing the order. Not you.
Not me.
That's so interesting, and I oh gosh, there's nothing sweeter than having like multiple, like different personalities, really just finding a way to blend and like make it work. That it gives variety, it gives spice to the relationship. And I really wish that more people would learn intentionally how to be in a relationship with someone that has a different personality to them without necessarily feeling threatened or feeling frustrated all the time, because we can't live like that. If we assume that everyone should be like us, then
no, there's no richness in it. But I think the blessing that we had, for me, is the fact that when I think when we always say that when in friendships and especially like in your family and friendships, the relationship that you have there are then a projection of the relationship that you can, the type of relationship that the romantic relationship basically. What you learn in being friends with your siblings, being friends with your friends, you then kind of like project when you get to a romantic
relationship. Yes.
I think I'm seeing it now in my relationship that there are things that
she's taken.
There are things that like it's just
like this relationship has grown.
Like also is in the standard of relationship that you're looking for. When you've experienced love, in its purest form, in terms of your siblings, your mom, your dad, And then, because sometimes the mom and dad can be faulty, so you have your siblings.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have your siblings, you might have friends that then become family. Like when there's love at home, it's easier to recognize outside when the love is fake, basically.
Yeah.
You know how you love, you know how you're cherished, you know how you're respected.
From you already have your standard, yes.
So you already have a standard. So when you go outside to meet people, you know that this is not, if my friend is treating me this way, why would I accept any less from you?
Yeah.
So for me, it's always been that, like, if I hope my sister loves me this way, my friends love me, and then I've been also blessed with good, very good friends. If this is the standard for me, why would I go any lower? I'm not saying that it's not happened that I've gone lower, but for me, it was a moment where I'm like, why am I going lower? Like, it's literally in front of me. Like, you're worthy of that love because it's been shown to you. So that's when you can go up. So I think sometimes we just stay in our boxes. Oh, you have to be this way. This person has to be. Even my siblings, because
that's how I am.
That's how I am. No.
Oh, that's so good. I really love the conversation today. And these are things that, like you say, we can take on to other relationships. If you're able to live with your sibling in peace, do business with your sibling in peace, these are the transferable skills, so to speak, that you take on to romantic relationships. So sometimes one thing that I usually say to people that are looking or aspiring to start dating or get married is, look at the relationships that are existing around you. What does that look like? Because you cannot give what you don't have. You are not able to tolerate someone else's differences or someone else's attitudes or attributes. How do you want to do that for the rest of your life with somebody that you don't even know from Adam? You're just coming together and say you want to be one. Whereas you've actually, like you said, you met her there. You've grown up together all the years. And it's still not easy, but you make it work. Really, I really, really enjoyed the conversations today. So if we were to say something to someone who is struggling with a relationship with their sibling or is looking to improve that, maybe after listening to you, they're like, oh, I love this and I desire it for myself. What are certain practical tips that you could give to help them improve on those relationships and why that's important?
Should I start?
Yeah.
I think, and this is something that I'm actively working on, is try to understand them. I think it's very easy to see them from the lenses of what we think, how we are, and what we feel. And so if someone is a bit, or if your sibling in this context is a bit caught with you, or they're a bit short, or they just don't give you the reaction that you thought would be natural to them in that situation, I think try to view it from their lens. Okay, this person on a normal day, this is how they are. And so this is probably how they would view this thing. And try to approach them with that. I think once you remove yourself from your own perspective and try to approach theirs, things start working a lot better. Because I think there's a lot of friction when we are entrenched in our own sort of views and our own way of doing things. And in a way, we might not realize it, but we are trying to force them to conform to what we want. But then not everybody is like you. Not everybody reacts the way you do. Not everybody sees things the way you do. So once you step out of your own shoes and try to fit in theirs, I think it becomes a lot easier because, again, you can't expect them to be you or to be the same as you. It's not fun. It's not fun. Going back to what you said about that situation that brought you and your brother closer together,
in that moment, yes,
and it's in that he's like, okay, she understands that I'm frustrated, that I'm hot, that I don't want to be here right now, but I'm forced to be here, and that's when, rather than distance, there was a closeness created.
Thank you. Any words from you, Sandra?
I think I agree with Anita. It's empathy, basically. Make it trying, because we will never know what it feels like to be the other person, but making that attempt. And sometimes someone might be like, I'm the oldest sibling, so there's some responsibilities that fall on my head that Anita might not be even thinking about, but vice versa. There might be things that she's thinking about that do not even cross my mind because I'm so interested in being the first daughter and everything. So it's kind of like empathize with that person, realizing that I'm not them, but how would it feel to be the second child or to be the first child? That this thing is happening in the family. How do you feel? And I think if the people, like if people that are trying to kind of like mend or have relationships with the siblings are older, I think put the sibling tag on the side, because sometimes that comes with oh, you're my older brother, you have to do this. Oh, you're my older sister, you have to send me money. Oh, you are my younger brother, you have to respect me. When I speak, you don't say anything. Put that aside. If both of you, not if, but both of you are people in the first place and most likely adults, so kind of like approach it in the sense of like you're really trying to find out who this person is. And it might just be that once a week you just meet and you just chat for, for like a couple of hours. You go get a coffee or a phone call, and then you put everything aside, like family and politics and stuff, and it's just, how are you? How was your week? And what about you? Like just an open space where you can actually find out more about what is happening for the person and who they are. I think that, because even like with our brother, we have our meeting every Sunday, and it's just, again, we watch shows together, and then we end up talking about things, and it's just because even if we live together, things are very busy, so we need to carve time for ourselves. We recently went away on a trip, and I was so happy because I realized how much, like, how even if we live in the same place, we really needed to catch up. And even if we're not talking about anything in particular, just being in each other's space,
company,
good company,
good company. Oh, that's so good. Thank you both so much for the nuggets of wisdom, for the stories, the vulnerability, everything that you shared here today. I'm really hoping that someone who's listened to you just now will have a rethink, a perspective shift of how their sibling relationship currently is, whether it's with your brother or your sister, cousins, whatever, and just put in the work to see them, like you say, have that empathy, and sometimes come down from your high horse, or you come up hither and just meet each other at a level plane and see each other as people, right, and be friends. And that's
I'm just thinking that, again, for me, like siblings, having brothers and sisters is one of the like best blessings of my life. I mean, the people that don't have brothers and sisters, they know how much of a void that is. So like when you do have brothers and sisters, like I think like
oh, y'all are so cute. But you're lovely. I'm really grateful. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you, everyone. I really hope that you enjoyed today's episode. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.